from Owen.
Welcome to episode 2 of Creative Listening. I am here with Chelsea Owen, vocalist of a band I love, the hardcore act Scam Likely. Welcome.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being here.
Mhm.
Very excited to have you here. You happen to be a very good friend of mine. You are also an artist I admire a lot, so I am happy to have this space to explore some of my deeper curiosities about your creativity and your process.
Thank you.
Yeah. We're going to start off a little bit abstract
Okay.
as far as me sort of poking you about how you approach making art. I like to ask people, what is your version of creative discipline?
I don't have that.
We kind of talked about this the other day.
Yeah, I am like a very lazy person at my core. So like discipline isn't like a word that comes up very often in my life, but it's definitely something I think about. I don't know, like to me I like collaborating with people. That's usually when I think my best work comes out.
Mhm.
It's very hard for me to like sit in my room and be like, I'm gonna work on music right now. It like takes a lot for me to like get to that point.
Mhm.
So that's why I like being in a band, because just seeing like other people get excited about stuff or kind of fill in the gaps that I don't have, you know?
Totally.
Yeah.
That's actually something I meant to ask you at some point too, is what is your favorite part of being in a band?
Just love working with people and like bouncing ideas, you know, off of each other. And also just feeling like, I mean, I'm lucky I play music with people that I love. And, you know, we have a lot of fun together. And like, that's really just like the best part is creating music with people you love.
Absolutely. No, it's really moving because oftentimes I run into you at shows and y'all are rolling like 4 deep as a whole unit. Like,
We be doing that.
you guys actually like each other.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really great to see.
Yeah. I just like, I didn't realize like how many people that are in bands that really don't vibe with the people that they're in the band with.
Like it's like a job.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it can be really stressful. I mean, we haven't gotten to the point of touring yet, so maybe we'll hate each other after that if we ever do that. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. We're all just like really calm and we get along with each other.
I mean, touring with someone, with a group of people rather, for a while is low key like living with them.
Mm-hmm.
And living with someone is very different from just, you know, chilling with them sometimes.
It is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Highly feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Highly feel that. What artists or projects, or both, do you credit with shaping how you approach music?
Well, I'm highly obsessed with Chat Pile. And I definitely like pull a lot of inspiration from them. One thing I really like about that band is the lyrics, and I just like really loved how the vocalist, I mean, I'm sure you know, he's a huge movie buff and will take any opportunity at all to talk about a movie that he watched.
I didn't know that.
It's very funny, like at shows in between songs, like wherever location that they're playing, he'll be like, have you seen this movie that was like shot here? And like, I mean, I've seen them in like San Francisco and everyone's like pretty much into it, but when we saw them in Portland, like crickets, and he just like takes it, like he's like, all right, like fuck you guys then, like I'll keep talking about it, like
Fine.
whatever. So I like that energy. But because he is so into movies, like when he writes lyrics, it's like he is watching a movie and he's like kind of putting himself in the perspective of someone in that movie.
Very cool.
and then he'll like write a song about it or write lyrics about it. And I always like really loved that because I can't really like think of any other bands that do that. I'm sure they do, but he just does it really well. And it's cool because you can kind of like take on a like persona or like a different personality.
Absolutely.
Which is nice because like sometimes writing lyrics for me, I'm like, this is the same shit. Like, who wants to hear this? Like, it just sounds kind of whiny at this point. So like the thought of like writing from a different perspective is very interesting to me. Other bands I draw inspiration from. I really love this local band called Super Unison.
Super Unison.
Yeah, do you know of them?
Now I do.
Okay. They're like a... Gosh, I don't even know. I'm really bad with genres, but they're a heavier band.
Sure.
And there is a vocalist. Her name's Megan. She was in another big hardcore band, like 15 years ago called Punch. And I remember seeing Punch, and I was like, oh shit, like female vocalist, like that's sick.
Hell yeah.
And so she got into another band called Super Unison. I really love them too. She like lyrically is like very like gut wrenching screams, and like the topics are really cool. So for me, it's like I'm looking at vocalists and lyrics, and if people are just kind of like bearing all, I'm like, I love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What music doesn't sound like what you make, but you do draw inspiration from them?
Yeah, that's hard.
I was thinking about this because I was revisiting some of the footage that I took of your shows, and you're always walking on to a different 3-6 Mafia song, which I love.
Yeah.
Got that good. I'm talking touch and brush. Put two ones together like extension cord.
I know you're a fan, first off,
Yeah.
but does any of that sound or sensibility like affect how you approach anything?
Yeah, so I was gonna respond back and be like 3-6 Mafia, cause I mean they just have like that fucking attitude, and like they're kind of funny sometimes depending on what song you're listening to, and like they're believable. You know, that's another thing I really like about them. But yeah, it's just kind of like that angsty like attitude part of 3-6 Mafia is what I really love, and just also like the dark like horrorcore sound of them. Like it just makes me happy.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not a lot of their songs are pretty like dark. You know, like I'm thinking of like Slop on My Knob or something like that. Like that's like a pretty funny song, but then they have like other ones that are much more like deeper and darker, which is cool. I like that. And that's maybe something I'd like to like bring into Scam, is like having a little bit more fun with it and like kind of funny. Like Chat Pile will sometimes do that too with like lyrics. Like talking about like Arby's, like send my body to Arby's, like that's hilarious.
Yeah.
And I would love to like kind of draw like some inspiration from that or do something like that with Scam. I don't know how I'll do it, but I'll figure it out.
I see the vision.
Yeah.
What's the one song they got? Like Purple Grimace smoking weed.
Yeah. Purple Man smoking weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. It's just like funny.
That's on the same. I think that's on the same album that Y is on.
Why do people have to live outside? Why?
Why is not a funny song?
No.
Why is not a funny song?
It's not a funny song at all.
Not at all.
No. But I like that they can, have a record like that where they have like a really deep song like Why, and then like Purple Man smoking weed, Grimace.
Range.
It's funny. Yeah, Range.
Speaking of 3-6, speaking of female vocalists, 2024.
Gangsta Boo.
Shitty start to the year.
It really was.
Man. No, I remember texting you, like, dude, Gangsta Boo. And I don't think you had known yet because you're like, no, she's fucking sick, right? And I was like, no, dude.
No.
No, dude.
Fuck. Yeah. That was very sad. She was young. And I always loved Gangsta Boo. Like, you listen to Mystic Styles and, like, her parts on that, you're like, she was like 15 or 16 years old, like, on those.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
My styles, I slick your body, bitch, that I would chop in pieces. No fucking clue to the 5 clip, no fucking witnesses. And they only saw the massive Jason that I had on my face. The scandalous bitch is so slick, that's why I got away safe. I blaze a blunt up in the air just to relax and get high. The moon is full and all I see is 666 in the sky. The 3-6 mafia, the devil's daughter, bitches so wild. Whatever you bitches are doing, you cannot compare to my Mystic style.
Like, cool as hell.
Like, she was always writing like that. She was already flowing like that. And her voice was always so sick.
Yeah, like, she has really good flow. And I also, like, kind of loved that she was, like, alongside, like, the rest of the dudes in 3-6 Mafia. Like, they saw potential in her and didn't just, like, discredit her because she was a woman.
Absolutely.
I liked that.
Yeah. A girl at that point.
A young girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, Gangsta Boo.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about the name Scam Likely.
Yes.
Why ultimately did you settle on the name, 1? And 2, what other meanings has it taken on for you since being in the band and, like, spending more time with it?
Yeah, that's a cool question. So, gosh, we were a band for, like, quite a bit of time. I mean, months, not years, but we didn't have a name because we couldn't come up with anything that, like, we all liked. I'm trying to think of other names that we were thinking of. I really wanted to call the band Lathe, yeah, but that had been taken by many other groups. But Lori actually is the one that came up with Scam Likely. I think she had that, like, in her back pocket, maybe for something of her own. And we just all were like, that's fucking hilarious. That's so funny. And, like, you go on Bandcamp or Spotify or something, and we're like, oh, fuck. Like, this has been used a lot, but no one had, like, momentum. So we're like, fuck it, let's just do it. And we did. Now. Yeah, it's ours now. Yeah. And it's been fun. Like, people learn our name, and they're like, oh, my God, that's hilarious. Or I'm like, what's up? Like, we keep calling you and you never pick up. Like, I always have that really shitty joke. But since the band has started, the name, I mean, fuck, like, the state of the world, and pretty much everything at this point feels like a scam. And a lot of the times, like, just in conversation within the band, like, fuck, like, this just happened to me. Or, like, we learned this and we're like, Scam Likely. Like, fuck. Yeah. We just live in a scammy world.
Feel that. Mm-hmm. One of my greatest regrets, actually, is after your very first performance, after you finished your last song, Death Rattle, I stopped the recording right before you said the sentence, everything is a scam.
Yeah. I should start saying that again.
To, like, end your shows. Yeah. No, I think it's a good, not a good bit, but,
Yeah, it's good, like, a little closer. It should be like everyone in the band, like, in unison, is like, everything is a scam.
I see the vision.
Yeah. And then we have a flash mob. Maybe. Fuck, I haven't said that in a long time. Flash mob.
I would like to see that. Yeah. Shane especially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he seems like a good flash mobber.
I feel like he would commit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shane is good at committing to the bit, I think. Shout out to Oklahoma.
Shout out Oklahoma. One day I'll visit. Yeah, shout out Oklahoma. Chapile.
True. I think I told you this before. When I heard about You put me on the chat pile, by the way. Thank you very much for that.
You're very welcome.
When I first heard about chat pile, I thought it was gonna be some like very online hyperpop thing. I think just because of the word chat.
Yeah.
And it turns out chat means shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked that up because I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
It's like nuclear waste piles,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, that they like burn off. Super cool. It seems very Oklahoma.
Super metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember talking to Shane and being like, have you seen those? He's like, oh yeah, like they're everywhere. I'm like, oh, okay.
I mean, that in mind, that does also feel like what you said about scam likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scamming the ozone layer. Hell yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get into more specific process stuff now.
Okay.
If you could just tell me a little bit about like the songwriting how instrumentation comes together. What does that usually look like?
Usually, like Joel or Shane will come in with a riff, and we'll like kind of play on it. You know, does this vibe? Does this sound cool? I will say that our writing process is extremely slow, but I don't really mind. You know, it's.
He's excited you're here.
Yeah.
We're looking at Dog. I don't think Dog is on camera.
Just out of frame.
He's very excited you're here.
Yeah. But yeah, our process is quite slow, but I don't mind that necessarily. And the way that we write changes a lot, but it's usually like, you know, guitar, drum, and bass, and then I'll come in normally like at the tail end to just like put vocals into it.
Word.
I like it that way as far as doing the lyrics and the vocals, just because like I like to get like a full feel of like the entire song and then kind of write lyrics from that, or like pull lyrics that I have already had for another song or something and kind of fit it together. That seems to work for us, that system.
Word. So you like having like a foundation and then you'll sort of figure out your angle of attack.
100%. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You spoke on lyrics earlier, and I did want to ask you about that.
Mm-hmm.
I was revisiting Good Grief, which y'all should listen to, by the way. I'm going to post the link to that. And I was listening to and reading the lyrics, and I detect two distinct sensibilities or approaches. Apologies for the incoming cringe, but I'm gonna read some of the lyrics.
That's fine.
That I think are really cool.
Yeah.
'Cause you write on some of the songs, you write pretty poetically and abstractly, especially on the first half of Good Grief. Like you write.
When I feel uncomfortable. Walking the streets to the abyss of this. Walking the streets to the abyss of this. Walking the streets.
Yeah, I like that one.
Hard.
Yeah.
On the next track, you say.
Forgot the dance to be in the swing of the things that got to take over. Forgot the dance to be in the swing of the things that got to take over. Forgot the dance to be in the swing of the things that got to take over.
Hard.
Thank you. Yeah, those two I like.
What are you reaching for when you write like that?
I don't know. Those are kind of old lyrics. Like I don't even really like remember what kind of like headspace I was in. I know that first line, like the Mist Abyss line, is like all about San Francisco, and like just like loving walking around in the fucking mist.
Yeah.
And like you just feel like fucking cool. I was probably like drunk or something, you know. Like I feel fucking untouchable.
Yeah. Throw something into your notes app.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah, pull the notes app out. Let's go. Headspace though, like I don't know. A lot of my lyrics are like angry, sad, just like a lot of like pent up like emotions that I may have been pushing down. I just like to get them out and have them on paper, and something about like seeing them written down feels like they're kind of like out of me, and I don't have to like harbor them inside. I don't know if that answers your question.
No, that's great.
Okay.
Since you mentioned the chat pile approach earlier, I am now wondering if you would ever entertain one trying that approach, like, you know, something more cinematic or where you're embodying another character or figuring out your sort of your own version of that.
I've thought about this a lot. Like, I'm not a big like movie buff like he is, so you know, trying to find like a character to embody maybe it might not come as easily to me as it does for him. But I am so interested in that style that I am open to trying to do something like that.
Could be cool.
But to make it my own, I think it would be kind of like, who do I want to be sometimes, or who am I hoping to become or like change into? How about I write from the perspective of that version of Chelsea?
Word. Oh, I also wanted to add the note. Those lyrics sound really cool. It sounds really, really cool with like your aggressive vocal delivery. It makes me think of Cedric from At the Drive-In.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. Or it's kind of fast paced, like quick.
I must have read 1,000 faces. I'll be forced to give up. Sing it back, pull together. Catatonic leisure at 1,000 miles per hour. Beware! Beware! Beware!
I notice that I write lyrics like that a lot, where sometimes I have to remind myself, like, you don't have to be like rapping over this and like trying to fit this one line into this like one part. Yeah, that's something I have to remind myself to do sometimes. Like, I think because I listen to a lot of rap too, like Memphis rap, where they have that like sort of cadence that's like very interesting to me.
Yeah.
That I kind of do that a little bit, or I try to with Scam.
No, honestly, the 3-6 Mafia walk-on song always made sense to me. I think the first couple of times I saw you guys play, I had the sense, and maybe this was also true, that it was just like a, I don't know, like a confidence thing. Like,
For me, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I was like, dude, we gotta put the 3-6 Mafia song on, so like it get hella pumped, you know? Man, we haven't done that in a while. Like probably in like, gosh, over a year. We should
Word.
start doing that again.
I haven't seen you guys play in a while. I gotta make it out to you at one of your shows again.
Yeah, we're not playing as much lately, like trying to just focus on writing music, writing new songs, which has been going well. But we're also like, we don't go out of our ways to ask to be on shows. We've never like set up a show or asked to be on a show.
Wait, for real?
We are always asked, which I'm very, very grateful for. But that means, you know, sometimes we go a couple months without playing a show.
Right.
But we don't mind. I mean, what we would really love to do is start playing outside of the Bay Area. So hopefully we can soon. I mean, we've met a lot of cool bands playing in the East Bay that are from like Santa Rosa, or, you know, kind of like surrounding the Bay Area. So we would love to like do something else, because you can only play like the 3 or 4 like DIY punk venues in East Bay so much, you know.
Shout out to Oakland Secret.
Yeah.
I mean, I do appreciate the approach of one, you can't rush greatness. It sounds like y'all like to take your time with the songwriting approach too. So it sounds like a nice little situation you got where people reach out to you to play shows. You'll be like, great, and then you can kind of pick and choose when you want to attack it on your own terms, as far as like, okay, we're ready to tour, let's do this for real.
Yeah.
Rather than like, I don't know, burning yourself out and like, I don't know. I think there is something to the approach of like playing as many shows as you can. But I think I also like the slow burn approach.
I've always been that way, just personally, like slow burn. Like I always feel like like, gosh, like in school, I was kind of like the last person to like get something done or like understand something. Like,
Same.
just a lot of my friends like off to college and go get a wife or husband, have a kid,
Get a
whatever.
wife.
Go do that, and I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'll save that for when I'm old, you know. And that I used to beat myself up a lot being that way, but the older I get, I'm like, there's no like race or competition. Like, that's
No.
really just totally in my head,
Yeah.
and it takes a lot of that pressure away, especially when creating things. Yeah, the band has our own lives, you know, like we have other stuff going on. We're not like super interested in like playing a shit ton of shows and like going on tour and like everything. I don't know. It's just, to us, it's kind of like a side thing. It's a hobby, I guess, but we like it that way.
Word.
Yeah.
I should have asked this earlier when I was asking you about instrumentation, because I did also want to ask how the songwriting process has changed since Jesse left the group, because I do understand that he was a principal architect of a lot of Good Grief.
He was, yeah. All the guitar stuff on there, like the songs on Good Grief, like he had maybe like half of them he had already had written, and then the other stuff he wrote like when we were writing, but kind of still the same approach that we have now, that like if someone comes with a riff and let's just see where it goes.
Yeah.
Jesse's style of writing, I mean, we really love this band called Blacklisted. They're like a hardcore band from Philly.
This band is called Blacklisted. This song is called Ivory Tower.
And if you know that band and then you listen to the guitar stuff, you'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, like not like ripping it off by any means, but like heavy influence.
Yeah. You see the dots connecting.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know, now that Joel is playing guitar, like his style is much different. You know, he listens to like a lot of different music than Jesse does. But the system is still relatively the same as far as writing music. So sometimes Shane will come with riffs too. Like Shane plays guitar as well, and like he has a very interesting like music taste, and like the way he writes is really cool too. So when we have Joel and Shane together, they kind of like bring two different ideas and make it into one.
Nice.
I love it because to me the newer stuff sounds just much more dynamic. It's just more interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of like slow parts and like really heavy. I'm like singing more.
Excellent.
It's just I don't feel as constrained to like just be screaming the whole time, you know?
Yeah.
So it's been fun. We would love to record again, hopefully like within the next year, because I think we have like 4 new songs now, so like doing like a little EP. Excellent. I mean, Good Grief, we were so happy to, I mean, that was self-recorded. It took fucking forever. But I mean, we were so proud of it when it was done, because you're just doing everything yourself, and then finally it's fucking done.
I mean, it sounds fantastic.
It doesn't. It's not too bad. Like, when I listened to it back, I'm like, like we're so much better now,
Yeah.
but still extremely proud of it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited at the thought of recording again, because I think the jump from like what Good Grief sounds like to what we sound like now, people might be like, what? Like, this sounds much different.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's fun.
I mean,
changing.
As a fan, I'm excited because, you know, there are bands who kind of have like a sound and they stick to it, and it's cool.
Mhm.
Like, cool. We get more versions of your 1 or 2 songs that you do.
Mhm.
But I am excited to hear what is next, especially because I know Devin and Shane, as you mentioned, have a pretty like wide, eclectic range of music that they listen to, which is also something I wanted to ask about.
Mhm.
Like, how does that figure into the songwriting process? You touched on it a little bit, but
Well,
I don't know. Could you expand on that?
yeah. I meant to mention, like, Devin is a jazz drummer.
Which I think is sick.
And when I was trying to get Scam together, I was like, oh, like, here's a drummer. Like, first of all, it's hard to find a drummer in general. So I was like, well, let's just try this guy. But I thought it was, like, interesting, like, a jazz drummer in, like, a hardcore band. And you can definitely, like, hear his jazz style in the Scam songs, which I love. I think drummers are, like, probably one of the most important people in a hardcore band.
It's true.
And they better be fucking good, or the rest of the band doesn't sound good.
Band can only be as good as its drummer.
Yes, exactly. So Devin brings, like, a very, like, interesting approach to that, which I love.
Excellent.
And then, yeah, like, I brought up how Shane, like, has an interesting taste in music too, and, like, the stuff that he writes, I'm like, what the hell? Like, I would never think of that. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think, like, what Joel's more, like, traditional as far as, like, not hardcore, like, metal goes. So he
Right.
kind of brings that more, like, traditional metal side.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then, like, I'm just there, like, just trying to, like,
I'm just happy to be here.
make it work with my lyrics and,
Yeah.
and singing and stuff. So yeah,
Excellent. Yeah, no, Joel shreds, man.
he does. Yeah, this is his first band, and, like, we're very proud of him. You know, he's, like, writing stuff and coming to band practice and all that. Like,
This is his first band?
yeah. it's
Why
his
is that?
first
Why does
band.
that surprise me?
I feel like it surprises other people too. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe he just never got the opportunity to. I'm not sure, but
Like, he's clearly good at his instrument.
he is, yeah. And it's kind of nice for me too, because Devin and Shane have been in, like, multiple bands. God, like, Devin's in, like, 6 bands right now.
He plays drums for half of East Bay's bands.
He really does. And this was my first band too, so it's kind of nice having, like, a newbie on the team too.
Fellow
you know,
newbie. Yeah.
because, like, sometimes, you know, Devin and Shane are talking about, like, gear or stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
I mean, I bet that's a cool way to learn about stuff.
Yeah, they're nerds.
Yeah. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Shout out to Suver.
Shout out to Suver, yes.
The way I feel about you make me feel just like this. Impulsive, I can't stop thinking about you. I don't think that I can let you in. I wanna get to know you.
Speaking
Suver
of-
super group.
Speaking of Shane's eclecticism, he
Mhm.
plays bass in Scam and trombone in Suver.
He does, yes.
Very sick.
Yeah, I think it's very funny. Yeah, Suver, like, just played the Independent. You were there. You were not there.
I wasn't there. I wanted to be there.
Okay. We just saw each other at another show recently in San
Gumby's
Francisco.
drum.
That's what I'm mixing up.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
Yeah. What did you think of that?
I've seen Gumby's Junk a lot because it's like one of Devin's favorite bands.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're pretty young too. Like Devin's sometimes getting like drumming lessons from the drummer of Gumby's Junk.
Oh, he gets lessons from Eli?
Mm-hmm.
Eli is sick.
I think like Eli's like in his early 20s, and I like kind of love that like he's this like young guy that just like fucking shreds
He's so good.
and like
He's so good.
yeah, and like giving out like lessons to Devin who's in like 6 bands, you know. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
They're quirky. I enjoy that. I
Yeah.
have not heard a band that sounds like them. So I always enjoy that. Like anyone that's doing anything original, it's seems kind of hard in this day and age with music just being extremely oversaturated.
Totally.
So yeah, that's cool.
Do you ever listen to? I know you're like okay on math rock, but did you ever listen to Hella?
Mm-mm.
Hella. Devin and I have talked about this. Hella they're mainly a 2-piece math rock band. It's a guitar player and a drummer named Zach Hill.
Okay, yeah, I know that
Yeah.
name. Yeah.
Zach Hill is the guy who's also in Death Grips.
Okay, duh. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
duh. Yes.
When you listen to his drumming, it'll make sense why Eli from Gumby's plays the way he does.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Spencer, the guitar player of Hella, he writes these really intricate guitar parts,
Mm-hmm.
and Zach will just mime them, but on the drums.
Sick.
It sounds like fighting game combinations.
Yeah.
It's really sick.
Okay. That
Yeah.
sounds awesome.
Street Fighter as music.
Yeah, I like that.
It's fire. It's fire. Back to your approach to lyrics. We touched on your more like abstract approach. And then on this back half of the album with Peach Pit and Death Rattle, you're speaking pretty directly to an experience of grief.
Mm-hmm.
I happen to know that this comes from your experience of losing your dear brother Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you what it's been like for you to, one, what was it like to write these lyrics? 2, what is it like to hear yourself perform them? And 3, what is it like to have them out there?
Writing, it came pretty easy. I mean, I was writing those like pretty soon after his passing, and you know, there's a lot of emotions over losing someone, especially like in that way. There, you know, there's a lot of like anger and confusion and like betrayal. It's just a lot. So like that's when I first started going to therapy. And so I think like working on my emotions, writing the lyrics came easy that way. As far as like them being out in the open and people reading them, I mean, I like it. In a way, like Nathan's passing is kind of become a part of who I am. And so having music out there and something physical that like talks about my emotions, like is pretty much like a testament of how much I loved him or I love him. It's just nice. I like it. It's cool. And I really appreciate people that are like listening and reading the lyrics and have questions about him, or you know, just things like this. Like that's how we keep him alive. It's like, let's just keep talking about him, you know.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. I don't know if I answered your second question. There's 3.
It's fine. I kind of just wanted to create
Yeah.
space for you to speak on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Death Rattle, which I think is a perfect closing track for both the release and your guys' sets. Has such a haunting line that I think about often, where you say, "I forgot what your eyes looked like."
But I forgot what your eyes look like. I forgot what your eyes look like. Only the good die young. Only the good die young. Only the good. Only the good. Only the good die young.
Yeah.
Is that something that is that one of those lines that sort of fell out of you not too long after you lost him?
Yeah, it was kind of this like weird, I guess you could call it maybe like a phenomenon or something, but I've talked to other people that have lost people in kind of like a traumatic way. I don't know if it's like your brain just like trying to protect you in a way where it starts forgetting like details. But I remember like probably like a year in after he passed, like trying to close my eyes and like picture his face, like in what his face would look like in person. And I like couldn't like make something out. And it was really scary. It was a very scary feeling. And so that's what that line is pretty much like trying to say.
Yeah.
And I think just like the absolute like trauma of losing him. I was young. I was like 22 or 23. Extremely lost in life when that happened. So when he did pass, it was just like, holy shit, like what do I do now? Like my world is over. And a way for me to like get through that trauma and just like keep going forward was to forget a lot of things.
Totally.
Or like not think about them. And it was very scary to me because even now, like 7 years later, I forgot a lot of the bad memories, but sometimes when people bring up like good memories of things or like my family, I'm like, I don't remember that. It's kind of scary.
Well,
yeah, it's like this weird, my body or my brain is just like trying to protect me in some way. So just like trying to find ways to bring those memories back, because they feel like they're still there, but they're just like behind a door or something like that. So I don't know, it's just interesting. The brain is a funny thing.
Brains are weird.
Yeah, they're very weird.
Yeah. It is trying to protect us, which is weird to think about, especially in regards to things like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever, with respect to opening these doors, so to speak, have you ever considered writing to it?
Yeah. I try. It's hard.
Sounds. I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's difficult. It is. But I mean, therapy has always worked for me, and that's kind of like when I was originally going to therapy after Nathan passed, like a lot of the things that we were talking about, it would kind of like open up the door a little bit, and the memories would come back. And usually like right after therapy, I would go and write, because I was scared, like, oh God, if I don't write this down now, like it might just be gone forever.
Healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is something I'm okay at, because therapy is like fucking hard. It's work.
It is, but it's really fun to me. Like I like when they like give me homework to do or something, like I'm like, okay, like I'll do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed therapy and just started going back, and I'm just like looking forward to being a better person. Yeah.
I'm trying to get back on that.
Mhm.
I'm going through Kaiser though.
Fucking Kaiser. Fuck them. Oh, well, you know, actually,
This out.
don't edit this out though, because I've been trying to find a therapist for a long time, and I had Kaiser too, and I was like, this is the worst. This is not helping me at all. It's actually like making my mental health worse trying to deal with you guys. And like, don't ever tell them that you smoke weed, because then they will like not help you with anything. Yeah.
Found out the hard way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that I do that.
Yeah, no, we don't do that here, but just PSA. But I found a really great website called openpath.com. Have you ever heard of it?
Now I have. What is it?
OpenPath. So it's funny, I was on the Oakland subreddit, and someone had posted something asking for a therapist, like for cheap, and someone suggested openpath.com. And so I went on it, and it's pretty much like licensed therapists that essentially like donate some of their time for very low price or like price reduced sessions. And I think their cap is like $70 an hour. Yeah.
For the people.
Yes. And
That's amazing.
I mean, like, I went on that website, had a call, like found someone, had a call with them, and then saw them the next day in person too, even better. Yeah, for like such a good price. So I want the world to know about this website, because it really helped me. Like, ain't no fucking way I'm gonna spend like almost $300 to talk to someone for an hour. No.
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 Hell no.
Hell no.
So yeah.
Open Path.
Yeah. Openpath.com.
Shouts out.
Yeah.
Shouts out.
Fuck Kaiser.
Not a huge. My sister does work for them.
Oh, just kidding.
No, but I do like talking to her about it, because she's like, you know, she has her criticisms of it, being that she's been there for like, God, like 20 plus years now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're very proud of her.
Yeah. Yes.
You were gonna say?
No, well, I've had good experiences with Kaiser. I will say that. They're not all bad.
Yeah.
They're not all bad.
No, I just get
For mental
frustrated
health.
and whiny.
Yeah.
No, like when I was first looking for a therapist, she was straight up like, "Ooh, maybe steer clear of Kaiser." Yeah. And I was like hearing it from her, I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll backpedal a little bit and be like, Kaiser's okay, but for mental health services, not the best choice.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
One more question about the songs you've written about Nathan, or you know, from those experiences. I was revisiting footage from your guys' show in Livermore at that brewery, where where you say this funny ass thing at the beginning, where because there's like a bunch of kids running around, and you're like, "Sorry if I scare your children."
Yeah, and I did scare some kids.
Did you? Like, wait, how do you know?
Because they like ran. They like ran with their hands on their ears, like screaming, like out of the building. Yeah. That show was it's one I will never forget.
I bring
say that.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. And also, I bring it up because your parents were at that show.
They were.
Yeah. What was that like, performing to a crowd that had your parents in it, but also performing those specific songs about your brother?
Yeah. They've been to a few of my shows, which I love. They're so excited over me being in a band, and it's like, I really appreciate that support from them.
So endearing.
Yeah, and I think my mom has like read the lyrics, and I think they're very happy to see that I have some sort of outlet to get those emotions out. It's nice. I mean, like, it's kind of embarrassing at the same time too, because you're just like really being vulnerable in front of your parents. But it's nice. I mean, they very supportive. They think it's really cool. They're always like, "You're so much cooler than us."
Your parents are pretty cool.
They are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone loves them. They are very cool. It was fun. I don't know. I liked it. I have a picture actually from that show. I think you may have took it, or maybe it's from a still from one of the videos that you took.
Maybe.
But it's from like behind us.
Yeah. Because I was filming all from off to the side.
Yes, and I'm like screaming into the mic, and you can see like my parents like in like very close to me, but further back.
Yeah.
And like my mom has her hand like on her mouth, and she looks like so like proud.
Aw.
It's like very cute. And then my dad's kind of making this face like the music's too loud. But yeah, I just covering his ears. But it's one of my favorite photos. It's very fun.
Excellent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you have that.
Yeah, thank you.
I think that was their first show of y'all's that they were at. Maybe.
I feel like they had gone to a show at Stay Gold once before that.
Noted. I think I was also at that one. I think I was next to your dad for that one.
Yeah. I think when we first started playing shows, my parents would come out much more. And it's just funny to see like my old parents like at a spot like Stay Gold with like a bunch of like little crust punky kids
amongst
and
the
stuff.
youths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool. I thought that was nice.
No, I find their downness. Is that a word? I find
down.
they're very down. I find that very endearing.
They're very down. Like they love seeing live music. They like, love going out to events with me. I think like anything I do, if I asked if they wanted to come, they would be like, yeah, like let's go. Like I'm going to a rave, like an underground rave in like West Oakland. They'd be like, please take me.
You ever consider that they might be cooler than you?
I've thought about it,
Yeah.
but I'd never admit that.
Not on a hot mic.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I should have asked you this earlier when I was asking about 3-6. Do you still get nervous before shows?
Not as much.
Gets easier, I bet.
It gets easier. At the beginning, I was terrified, 'cause I'm known as like the quiet, kind of like shy. I don't know. People have like an opinion of me just by like the way I look sometimes, or the way that I come off. And so being in a band where you're screaming and doing all that, it was like such a huge difference of how I act like in normal day-to-day life.
Mm-hmm.
So that part was scary, but that's also kind of like the fun of it too, is to like people would be like when I was working in HR and like coworkers would come, they'd be like, what the hell, that's the HR lady.
Yeah.
Like screaming. So I loved that.
Like that element of surprise.
Yes, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, gosh, when like I first started, there'd be a little drinking going on beforehand to kind of loosen the nerves. But since then, I've really tried to stop doing that and like using that as a crutch.
Respect that.
Yeah, and so I'd say for like the past year, I very like rarely drink much before going on stage. And it's nice. Like I go off stage knowing like I know exactly what that sounded like, and like I know how it actually went. Instead of like going up there like kind of tipsy and being like, I sound fucking great, like everyone loves this. Yeah, like I don't want that. I want to be like present.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, especially for your first couple of shows where you're new to it, I imagine it's easy, or it's helpful as a way to like, get yourself on stage. But I do appreciate the approach of like, okay, I want to be like present during the set.
Yeah.
I want to be able to actually like listen to myself and evaluate it with criticality.
Yes, but it's still to this day, I like Devin will, bring his recorder and like record the set, and then like that night we'll like put it in Ableton and like clean it up, and we'll send it out to us to listen to.
Oh, cool.
It will take me like 3 weeks to listen to it, if that.
Yeah.
Because it's like when like you see like actors that say like I never watch a movie that I've been in.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that, where it's like cringe. But I've gotten better with that too, where I can hear myself like recorded back, and I'm like, oh, it's fine.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember where I heard this. Oh, there is this great zine. I'm gonna add this in post because I forget the name of the author, but it's called How to Play Guitar.
Mm-hmm.
The first line of it is don't take lessons.
Mm.
But he has a great line in there about you can tell a player is great when you can hear them listening,
Hmm.
which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
And I feel like this practice of revisiting your sets, maybe your version of it or partially that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say so. And it is always good to like listen back to and to make any improvements or things like that. I don't know. I'm trying to get better at that.
No, I feel you. I mean, I'm already dreading listening back to this and editing it because I hate my stupid ass voice.
Yeah, it's like something about like your own recorded voice sound, hearing it back, like being like, I sound like that. Yeah, but it's like everyone goes through that,
Yeah.
and it's just all in our heads. I think. I hope.
No, actually,
I hope.
my voice actually does suck.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you as a vocalist, you have to confront this pretty head on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, recording Good Grief, like it's fucking awkward, like sitting in a windowless room with a bunch of dudes, and I'm just like screaming into the corner of the room,
Mhm.
and there's nothing in the background happening. It's awkward as fuck. I remember, I think like during that recording session, I was like, can everyone get headphones? Like this, I don't like this.
Look over there.
Yeah, or like, can you go to the liquor store or something? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But now I don't. I'm very comfortable with all of them. That I don't feel that way anymore.
Excellent.
Mhm.
Yeah, but when me and started recording together, it took her a while to come to getting comfortable, even just like being in front of the mic,
Mhm.
and for as close as we are, she was like, hey, like I feel watched. I want to like
Yeah.
I want to like acclimate to the space. So I just went to Prize Fighter and drank a martini while I just like left her in front of Ableton with the mic.
Yeah.
Um,
That's funny.
I think that space is valid to want and take up.
Mhm. Yeah. I feel that 100%. Like I think I probably have asked people to leave the room when recording stuff, because I'm like, I just can't, like, just let me like be alone. I don't know, or let me get comfortable with like hearing myself in in the monitor and things like that.
Valid.
Yeah.
Very valid.
Mhm. Kitty.
I think that is it as far as like questions I had for you. I'm gonna end on a Nardwar note.
Okay.
I do have a present for you.
Yeah.
I was very excited about this.
Mhm.
I think I told you it is pretty dumb and super awesome.
Love it. Oh my god.
This is
Yes. Holy shit.
The Fifth Element
Yes.
in the form of a PlayStation 1 video game.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Thank you. This is hilarious. I have like read up on this game quite a bit. That's so funny. Oh my god, I need to get a fucking PlayStation now so I can play this.
It's in pretty good condition.
It
I was
is.
like
Yeah,
I was like surprised I found it.
Yeah, where did you
Internet.
internet?
Yeah. eBay specifically. Shout out.
Oh my god, this is so cool.
Also, this makes like we've talked about like physical media. I particularly love manuals.
Mhm.
This I poked through the manual. It's pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like my brother used to make fun of me for this when we were little. Like I would geek out on reading manuals before ever like actually touching the game.
Yeah.
And he's like, the game's right here, dude. You can play it. Like, what are you reading
up on
for?
it first? Yeah. That's funny. I mean, I get that. I'm laughing at this behind the actual CD or game. It's like, for hints and tips, called Activision Games. Like, call this hotline to get like tips on how to play the game. Like, that's so old school. I remember like Devin telling me that like you'd have to call like he'd play games and you would like call this 800 number or 900 number, and like someone would pick up and like explain to you how to get through like a certain part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's just funny. Like now the internet, like just go on fucking YouTube and watch someone do it.
Yeah,
It's like, this is more fun, I think.
absolutely. I mean, in hindsight, seeing that almost feels like a novelty or a gimmick, but that was absolutely a thing at the time.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to my friend Christian who made me aware of the existence of this game. Yeah, it was like an Instagram reel of the Chris Tucker at clearly playing Prince
Yeah.
character
Yes.
in the game.
Yeah.
It's so silly.
I can talk about this movie for so long. And this is great. Thank you very much. This is such a cool gift.
Absolutely. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, I remember like going on YouTube and like watching people play this game. And speaking of the Fifth Element, actually, I always bring up how a Fifth Element pinball machine would be so sick, and it makes me very sad that it hasn't been done yet.
I'm surprised that doesn't exist.
I feel like it would be so perfect.
Yeah.
And I also appreciate that no one has tried to remake this movie. And I really hope they never do.
Gotta leave it alone.
Because you cannot, there's no making it better, in my opinion.
You actually put me on when I asked about wait, was it your tattoo? Is that how I became aware of this? Because I might have asked you about like where your tattoo came from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people always ask me what this is, and I get very excited when someone actually does recognize it and doesn't think it's the Windows logo. Can you imagine getting the Windows logo tattooed on the inside of your wrist? The fuck? Or I get like the American flag too. I'm like, no. Like,
Ooh.
rather get the Microsoft logo
Yeah.
first. Yeah. Or like when someone brings up this movie and they're like, have you seen this movie? Like normally I'm like, that movie fucking sucks. I hate that movie. And they're like, what? And then I show them the tattoo and they're like, oh, you got me. Yeah. That's a good one. I think I've probably seen this movie like over 100 times.
Feel it. Thanks
Which
for
is
putting
crazy.
another thing that you put me on to. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Fifth Element.
Do
Okay.
do 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 do. Do do.
Last question.
Yes.
This is also me and my Nardwar float. Why should we care about Chelsea Owen?
Why should you care about me? I don't know if I've ever been asked that question before. Well, I think in the last I'll loop this back to my brother. After losing my brother, I have really put in a lot of self-work, and I feel very proud of who I am now, and I definitely couldn't have said that when he was still alive, unfortunately. But my brother was a really wonderful person, and his loss was just huge, and I try to just every day try to embody him and make him proud, he loved music a lot and he worked on music himself, but he never released anything. He was very had a lot of self-doubt and dealt with depression and anxiety. So I try to write music for him, and when I perform, I hope that somehow he's getting to experience it with me. And it fucking kills me that he never saw Scam play, because I'm sure he would be like, what the hell? That's my little sister. But yeah, I don't know. I'm down for self-improvement and working on yourself and making music. Yeah. Be my friend.
I'm so happy I asked.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Shout out to Nathan.
Shout out to Nathan.
Chelsea, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you very much, Ocean. This was fun.
This
Thank you
was
for my gift.
A lot of fun. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Glad you appreciate the brand of silly.
Yes, I love it.
Creative listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. This isn't live. Thank you for watching the recording.
Like and subscribe. Sorry.
Creative listening, episode 2, Chelsea Owen of Scam Likely.
Woo.
We out.
Yay.
Yay.